Things happen, as I mentioned, even in the business or job, you got personal sick time where you got to call out. You know, you may have a family emergency. These things are allocated and by a company. But for the most part, once that day off is gone, you go back to your routine. The same should happen in your real estate business. You got to have a structure, right? Daily schedule and a structure routine.
Hey, future real estate stars, stop wasting your hard-earned money on overpriced courses that don't deliver results. Why pay hundreds, even thousands, when you can get the same training for free? Click the link in the description below and start your real estate journey the smart way. Learn proven strategies, insider tips, and build your business without breaking the bank. Your success starts now.
And most agents lack that. They just go to the office and they wing it. You know, whatever happens, happens. And there's no structure in how they go about running their business. They don't have any plan or strategy on how they go about it. They just, you know, whatever happens, happens. And that's just not the right way to go about things, right? Another reason why most real estate agents fail is failure to track KPIs, you know, calls, appointments, contracts, and closings. So KPIs are like key performance indicators, which are ways you measure how you're doing. So am I calling these people? Am I setting these appointments? Am I doing these contracts? Just your key performance indicators. So the failure to track these things is what causes agents to not succeed in the business. Because, okay, you want to sell 20 houses. Maybe you should set a quota on how many calls you should make. As I mentioned, my 9 to 5 was being a manager, right? There's an annual plan. When you wake up, like when the year starts, we get the fiscal year is not actually January to January there. It's another month. But when that month starts, we get an annual projected sales forecast, numbers that we got to hit, right? So the same goes to your real estate career. What's my number? What's my projected forecast? What, you know, am I going to be over or under? And then in order to accomplish that, we have different columns that we need to hit, different matrix that we need to hit, right? Like they may have a quarter. If you do this, it would help generate this X amount of sales. This task would help. So projected tasks, and they track it on a daily basis, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and by half, 6 months, then annually. That's how a business is run, you know? But you have a sale goal as a real estate agent, and you don't know how many calls you need to make that would help you get to that sale number, right? How many appointments do you need to set? How many homes do you need to put under contract in order to give you closing? And then each closing, how much do you estimate your commission check would be? You know, so they don't track it. And the reason why you got to track it is to see what is working. And if something is working, they say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So if it's working, you double down on it. And sometimes you got to do addition by subtraction. Most agents wake up and they're busy from start to finish, but most of what they do are not revenue generating activities, right? So you're doing a lot, but it's not making you any money. You're wasting a lot of time. You go to the office, you answer emails, you make coffee, you sit there in a meeting, you sit there and talk to this person and that person, you talk to your broker, you do a business plan, then you go home, you say, wow, I was at the office all day. You accomplished nothing. Busy work, you know? So what you need to do is you need to change that from just general busy activities and trim the fat. Look at all, there's there's a book called The One Thing, right? The One Thing. It's like it's really trying to focus on the one thing that you can do that will give you all these, that can make every other task irrelevant. Just that, chase the big rocks, in essence, is what I'm saying. This thing right here, can your business live without it? And you get to find out that these other tasks you're doing are just a waste of time. So focus on what works. That's why you got to track your KPIs. If it works, you double down on it. They may call you a one-trick pony, but when you think about it, think about star athletes, right? When you watch their highlights, their career highlights, you see a pattern in just a signature move. Every star athlete in different sports, they may know some are versatile, but they have a signature move, their go-to. When the going gets tough, when they got to get a point, a bucket, whatever it may be, they have their signature move, right? So that's why you track your numbers, you track your activities, then you want to see what's your signature move, then you get good at it. And what's not working, you readjust. The dinosaur goes extinct, right? So if you're not able to adapt, you die. So if something is not working, you change, right? Poor follow up with leads and past clients. So one more thing, on a personal note, this is something I struggled with, not the past client part. I've actually been very decent at following up with past clients, to the point where I've gotten multiple repeat customers. References, they'll suggest people to me.
Your ultimate hub for real estate insights, breaking news, entrepreneurial wisdom, investing strategies, and self-development hacks. If you're ready to expand your mind and stay ahead of the game floor, you're in the right place. Subscribe now. Your future self will thank you.